We're going to do 2 more examples, and then you should be ready to tackle the homework. What do we do when we multiply and divide with negative exponents? So we've talked about exponents, talked about how to rewrite negative exponents. Okay, now how are we going to use them? Well, the laws of exponents can be used to multiply and divide powers with a negative exponent. Let's quickly review the laws of exponents. Eyes up here, please. We've got product of powers, which says if I have x to the 5th times x to the 4th, I can rewrite this as x to the 5 plus 4 or x to the 9th. Okay? If we have the same base and we're multiplying those bases, we can add the exponents. All right, what is the next law? It's the quotient of powers, which says if I have x to the 8th divided by x to the 5th, that's the same as x to the 8th minus 5th, which is the x to the 3rd. So I have the same base. I'm dividing, so I subtract the exponents. Then I have power of a power. Power of a power says that if I have x to the 5th raised to the 4th power, that I multiply the exponents. So that would be the same as x to the 5 times 4, which would equal x to the 20th power. Okay? And then the very last one simply states if I have, let's say, 4x to the 5th, all raised to the 4th, then every single factor inside the parentheses, the 4 and the x, has to be raised to the 4th power. So I can rewrite this as 4 to the 4th power times x to the 5th raised to the 4th power. Okay? So those are brief review of the laws of exponents. And what they're telling us today is we can use these laws even if we've got negative exponents. Okay? So the negative exponents don't change it. All right? So not sure what happened there. Okay, try this again. Let's take a look at a first example. So example 6. If I have 5 to the 3rd times 5 to the negative 5th, this would be product of powers. I've got the same base. They're being multiplied. So what do I do with the exponents? I add them. Very good. So I've got 5 raised to the 3 plus negative 5. 3 plus negative 5 is what? Negative 2. So I have 5 to the negative 2nd power. Now, what if they don't want us to have negative exponents in our answer? How would I rewrite that? Very good, Devin. It would be 1 over 5 squared. All right, that's what we learned about today. So, let's take a look at this one. If we're simplifying this, 4 to the negative 5th times 4 to the negative 3rd. Do I have the same base? What is it? 4. What's happening? What operation do I have? Multiplication. When I have the same base and it's being multiplied, what do I do with the exponents? I add them. So, what would negative 5 plus negative 3 be? Very good. Negative 8. So, my answer will be 4 to the negative 8th power, or I could rewrite that as 1 over 4 to the negative 8th power, or to the positive 8th power, excuse me. Okay, let's take a look at a couple more, and then we're done, and I can assign you your weekend homework, which I know you're excited about. Okay, example 7. Same thing. Now we're using some more variables, and we're doing what looks like a quotient of powers. So that means we have division going on. Now, we just finished explaining. I have the same base once again. Now I'm dividing, so what do I do with the exponents? Anybody beside Devin want to answer? Bree? Subtract. Very good. So I'm subtracting. So now I have -1 minus -4. Subtracting a negative is like doing what, Trey? Very good. So I have -1 plus 4, which equals what? 3. So my answer will be W to the third power. All right? Any questions there? So once again, the important thing to remember is that we still use laws of exponents even when there's negative exponents involved. Well, sorry, let's do one more there. Forgot the example, just to make sure we understand what we're doing. I've got C to the -5th divided by C to the -7. Tell your neighbor what you think I could rewrite that as. Okay, Justin, what do you think? Okay, Justin says C to the -12th. Why do we disagree, Trey?
Because you have to rewrite it to -5 minus -7.
Very good. So if I'm subtracting the exponents, and I have -5 minus -7, that's the same as -5 plus 7, which is going to equal 2. So my real answer should be C to the second power. Excellent job, guys. Go ahead and try the got it's at the bottom of the page.